ISIS is already trying to use the U.S. refugee program to smuggle terrorists into the U.S. So says the head of the House Homeland Security Committee. Chairman Mike McCaul says he has information the infiltration attempts are already underway and that there have been 19 plots or attacks in the U.S. connected to ISIS. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Herridge has the chilling details.
The coordinated Paris terrorist attacks that killed 130 and injured more than 300 relied on a handful of ISIS-trained operatives who were smuggled into Europe as refugees. The same dire scenario is already playing out in this country, according to the Republican chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, who gets regular classified briefings.
I can reveal today that the United States government has information to indicate that individuals tied to terrorist groups in Syria have already attempted to gain access to our country through the U.S. refugee program.
In his first inaugural address on the state of Homeland Security, Congressman Mike McCaul described the president's terrorism address to the nation as, quote, disappointing and doubling down on half measures and hesitancy.
There's no national strategy to deal with combating terrorism and foreign fighters. We don't have a strategy.
An intelligence source confirmed to Fox that McCaul's assessment that ISIS is trying to infiltrate operatives into the refugee stream comes from an unclassified government report, though the White House played down the claim.
I'm not able to confirm that piece of information. Those individuals that seek to enter the United States through the refugee resettlement program do so only after undergoing the most intensive screening of anybody who attempts to enter the United States.
A separate intelligence assessment requested by the Obama White House concludes that ISIS will continue its global expansion in 2016 unless its physical base in Syria is decimated. The president has tasked the Defense Secretary Ash Carter and top military advisors to develop new options. The former head of the Defense Intelligence Agency, among the first to warn of the ISIS threat, said the administration still lacks focus.
Because there's very little to cheer about, because there's not a lot of confidence and there's definitely not a lot of clarity.
After San Bernardino, the Obama administration is changing the way it informs Americans of threats to U.S. soil. It is viewed as a major change in strategy after the Obama administration scrapped the post-9/11 color-coded system and replaced it with a national terrorism advisory system that has never been used.
I believe that we need to do a better job of informing the public at large of what we are seeing, removing some of the mystery about the global terrorist threat and what we are doing about it and what we're asking the public to do.
A source close to the federal investigation tells Fox News tonight that suspect Saeed Farouk had a $28,500 deposit to his bank account 2 weeks before the shooting from webbank.com. Investigators are exploring whether he took out a loan, and then around November 20th, he withdrew $10,000 in cash to buy the assault rifle spread.
A lot of threats. Catherine, thank you.
You're welcome.